How you doing out there? Welcome back to Infinitive English channel. As usual, my name is Rahman, and today in this video we're talking American lazy English, phonetics, contractions. So what are the contractions? The contractions is the short forms of two words put together, as in I am, We all familiar with this concept, right? So, but nevertheless, there still is an important thing about differences between how those contractions sound in the American lazy English and in all other Englishes. Englishes is that even the thing? So in the other forms of English accent, okay? But here we're talking American lazy English in specifics, and without further ado, let's take it to a translucent board. Today we're talking about part one, the very basic contractions. You have seen them thousands and millions and gazillions of times, but still I want to clarify how are they supposed to be pronounced. Okay, let's get it. So the first one is I am, obviously, and it's pronounced as so it's no secret to that, and you probably previously have had no issues with it, I hope. But if you had, let's fix this. It's I am, like I am, pronounces as As an example, I'm gonna call you. You remember this thing right here? Gonna. I am goes with to be, okay? So I'm gonna call you. Next thing, he is, right? He is. Now, the contraction is also obvious and you're familiar with it as well, right? But the most important thing about it that it is pronounced as his, not his, because his, it's a sound that the snake makes, right? Like his, right? So it's his, okay? He's my best friend, for example. He's my best friend, not he's my best friend. He's my best. He's my best friend. He's like a snake. He's like you have never kissed before. No, it's his. He's my best friend, okay? So next one, she is. Same thing, quite obvious contraction. You've seen it like a millions of times. And the same thing is in his. It's not s. It's the sound z, okay? So she's my co-worker, for example. So who's the co-worker? Co-worker is your colleague, also known as a person who are you sharing the job space with, and co-worker. You're working together, okay? Now, we are, okay? And again, you saw it. You saw it. You have seen it. In fact, you have seen it all, but here we're talking about specifics in some phonetical aspects of, of the lazy English game, okay? So, we are, we're, and it's pronounced as we're. We're going to New York. We're going to New York. Yeah, I'm walking here. It's New York, so we're going to New York. No, we're going to New York. We're going to New York. Remember the difference between gonna as I'm gonna do something and going to as I'm going to some specific place, right? So we're going to New York. We're going to New York. Yeah, we're gonna see some Knicks game. Go Knicks. Okay, go Knicks. Yeah. So you are, and again, you're, and it is pronounced as you're, okay? You're a good guy, as in you're a good guy, okay? You're a good guy. Like all of y'all out there, you are good guys because you're watching this, because you're learning from this, okay? You're good guys. All right. They are, again, super obvious, super common. You've seen it tons of times. There. Like it sounds like over here, over there. It's a homophone. Keep in mind, I will do some videos on what homophones are, but today, just bear with me, right? There. It's like, oh, over there. And it sounds identical to as if it was they are there. They're from France. And again, France in American English, it's France. They're from France. Okay, cool. And last but not least, it is, okay? You remember this sound over here, it's and you have probably already watched my video on the differences between E and E. So it's not eats, because eats with the E, with the 10 sound, is going to give us a completely different word, right? Eats. But we have it's. It's a good thing to know. It's a good thing to know, okay? It's a good thing to know. All right, so, I'm gonna call you his, keep in mind, not his, he's my best friend. She's, same thing, she's my co-worker. We're going to New York. Yeah, Madison Square Garden, the mecca of basketball. Yes, we're going to New York, right? You're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're a good guy, okay? Now, they're from France. Keep in mind, France, air sound. They're from France, all right? And last but not least, for part one, it's a good thing to know the difference between American English and British English. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. Part 2 and 3 and 4 coming soon. Please take your sweet time. It takes not more than a couple of seconds to drop a like, hit the subscribe button and notification note so you won't miss any positive content going on forward. And remember, together, we're going to make your English better.